Hollywood went wrong in a lot of some of their movies, like Daredevil, like Catwoman, like the original Hulk movie that came out, like the Superman movie. They're coming out with another one, but the first Superman movie, not the ones with Christopher Reeves, the one where they remade it and they came out with a Superman movie, that was the worst movie ever in terms of comic book movies. Well, maybe Catwoman after that. But my point is, this is my point. Hollywood tried to cater to people that don't care about comic books. And that's why those movies fail. Why? Because you already have an audience with the comic book crowd. So you don't need to do much to make a good comic book movie. When you start trying to tailor it to people that don't care, guess what? They already don't care. So why are they going to care coming out with a movie about a comic book character? Right away their mind is going to be, oh, this is a comic book, that's children. We're not interested in that. It's the comic book fans that are going to keep that movie showing in theaters. So if you cater to people that don't care, you're sure to fail. If Microsoft now takes that approach, and that's the point I'm trying to make, if Microsoft takes that approach and tries to be an always everything system where they're trying to cater to people who don't really play games, but they want a official set-top box for their home, and they're trying to cater to those people first, I have two words for you. Wii U. Those are the two words keep in mind if Microsoft is trying to do that, because you cannot alienate the hardcore gamer. So take a page from PlayStation where PlayStation said they're focusing on games. That's really what we want to see if Microsoft is focusing on. Are they focusing on games? Or is Microsoft focusing on trying to be everything to everyone? Trying to make sure that everybody has access in terms of, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and make a system that everyone will enjoy. People who don't play games, what? No, you have to have an audience that you're shooting for. And then if anyone else likes the technology, fine. But you have to have an audience that you're shooting for primarily. And that is where Microsoft can go wrong. So today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we're gonna be watching this thing here on Tech Pulse. We're gonna be watching their announcement on Tech Pulse, and we want to see if Microsoft is going to if they're going to disappoint us and try to come out with something like that. If Microsoft is going to say, you know what, let me go ahead and try to be an everything system. And we're going to cover it and see what happens. And tomorrow we're going to report exactly what Microsoft was doing. Did they decide to come out with a box primarily catering to people that don't care about playing games and really alienate the hardcore gamer? Is that something they're going to do? We have to hope they don't. We hope they don't do that, because if they do that, that's going to be a huge mistake. What Microsoft needs to do is show the gamer, show the gamers that they're in business. Yes, there's nothing wrong with making this accessible, like a pass cable box and all of that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a pass, nothing wrong with it. What's wrong is if you're going to make this thing primarily catering to people that don't care about playing video games. That's where you're going to be hurt. So we're going to watch this thing and see if Microsoft is really what they're going to do, what their intentions are. Are they really going to come out with a system that's geared towards gamers, and what they're going to show? This is going to be a big announcement right here, and we will definitely tomorrow follow up here on Tech Pulse on what Microsoft has brought to the table. Now, in other Microsoft news, real quick, Microsoft announced that they were getting rid or killing off Xbox points. Now, for those of you that use Xbox Live and different things like that, EA recently announced that they were stopping their online fees that they had when it came to playing games online. If you had a one-time fee you had to pay because, like, let's say you wanted to play Battlefield online, right? You had to get a code from EA, but you had to pay for that to be able to use the online features in Battlefield. Many gamers didn't like that because you're already paying for Xbox Live. You're already paying for the game. And then now I have to pay to play online, and it's only a one-time use. So after I play Battlefield online, the minute I sign off, it's over. If I want to go back online, I got to pay again. Gamers didn't like that, and so EA promptly announced that they were canceling that feature. Now Microsoft is saying they're killing off Xbox points in favor of currency and gift card system. according to a report by The Verge, it seems that Microsoft is killing off its point system that it primarily used for Xbox consoles, as many of you know, and the death of the points has been a long time coming in the minds of a lot of gamers and tech followers, and follows Microsoft's move away from the virtual currency towards cash in Windows 8. Now, sources familiar with Microsoft Xbox plans have revealed to The Verge that the software maker plans to replace points with some kind of a new gift card system. Now, the new gift card will be offered in a similar way to Apple's iTunes vouchers. Many of you know Apple's iTunes vouchers. They're going to do a similar thing to that, allowing Xbox owners to purchase true currency to be used to download digital content. We're told that the normal cash transactions using credit cards and debit cards will also be supported as well, so that's not going to go away. But Microsoft currently offers gift cards in its retail stores, but these can only be used for purchase in brick and mortar stores. The new system will work across Microsoft's various marketplaces, including the Windows Store, Windows Phone Store, Xbox Live stores, and things like that. So across Windows platforms. So it's not just going to be something that Microsoft uses just for Xbox. And we understand that Microsoft is planning to unveil this system as soon as E3. That's going to be one of their announcements at E3. So it's going to be in time for the planned launch of their next generation console. Now, why I think this is a significant story is because Microsoft is now seeking to unify all of their different divisions and bring everything together, at least as far as currency goes. Now, this is a good thing, because if you're an Xbox owner, you don't have to worry about downloading things with Xbox points and all of that stuff. The currency that they're going to, in favor of currency and gift card system they're going to do will be applicable to all of Microsoft's various stores, whether you're Windows, whether it's Windows Phone, whether it's Xbox. You can use this currency for any store or any type of Microsoft products or service. So if you go to the Windows Phone store, you can use the same thing. You go to the Windows 8 App Store, you can do the same thing. And if you're at Xbox Live wanting to download digital content, whether it be movies, whatever it is, you can do that there with the same currency. So I think that this is a good move by Microsoft if they're going to stay competitive. And this is one of the things that they were looking to announce at E3. So we're not expecting them to announce that today. We're not expecting them to announce that today, but they're going to announce this at E3. This is one of the things they're going to announce. But this needs to be a side announcement. This is not something that people are really clamoring for, so to speak. Well, they're clamoring for it in terms of nobody really liked the Xbox Live points so much. But what they're going to do is they're going to bring a new way of paying that unifies all of their different systems, all of their different products, if you will. And right now, I think that's a good idea. That's a good first step. That's a good move, especially going into the new console era. So out with the old, in with the new. Another thing that we're hoping that Xbox does, will they support, this is another question, will they support the 360 after the new system launches? And speaking of which, what's going to be the name of the new system is another thing people want to know. We've heard Durango, we've heard Infinity, we've heard 720, we've heard all kind of names for the new system. What will this new system bring? We have to see. So my point is, this is something that we have to keep in mind, because if we don't keep that in mind, if we're not aware that of what we're looking for to see at this announcement and then at E3, things can just pass us by quickly. Microsoft will make announcement after announcement, and we won't be able to keep up. So these are the things we want to keep in mind. And one of my big things is, will Microsoft discontinue support for the 360 after this console is released? Why is that important? Because that's what they did with the Xbox. When the 360 came out, Microsoft promptly announced that they would no longer support the Xbox. Immediately as the 360 launched, they announced that. So that wasn't a secret, that wasn't something that just happened. They came out and announced they're not supporting it anymore. So if you had a 360, it was dead in the water. You know, you couldn't sell it fast enough because nobody would want it now because it's not going to be supported. And, you know, I mean, people who want to trade in their systems for the new ones, you know, you don't necessarily want to do that now because then you don't have anything to play. So you kind of want to wait until the system is coming out. Then you go in and trade it in and so forth and do all that type of stuff. But, or at least a week before or something like that. But will Microsoft support it? All of these are questions that we are looking to see if they're going to be answered. If they're going to be answered coming up here on this announcement that Microsoft is having. Now, speaking of a company trying to offer different currency, Amazon, according to a report by TechCrunch, Amazon is now offering what they call Amazon coins. Now, what will this system do? Well, this is definitely, again, something that we have to see. According to this report here by TechCrunch, e-commerce Leviathan Amazon is taking a step into social gaming. Amazon Coins, they call it. It's a new virtual currency, is now live in the US. To kick off, Amazon announced that it would put $5 worth of currency equivalent to 500 coins. So $5 is equivalent to 500 coins, which obviously means $1 would be equivalent to what? 100 coins. So $5 would be equivalent. They're going to put $5 worth of currency, which is about 500 coins, into all Kindle Fire users' accounts to use on apps in the app purchase, in app purchases on its platform. Now, will the apps be listed in coins and currency? We have to see how it's going to play out in terms of how Amazon is going to list this, because, you know, people really don't want to be doing conversions in their head and all of this type of stuff. But they're going to put $5 worth of currency, which is equivalent to 500 coins, and everyone who owns a Kindle Fire or has a Kindle Fire account, you're going to get right away to $5. Now, with all the Kindle Fire's accounts, according to Amazon, they're saying that's equivalent to tens of millions of dollars worth of coins. Now, coins, which was first announced in February, are coming, the company's move into the area that has been a strong way for app publishers to generate revenue through their apps. In that sense, the launch serves a twofold purpose for Amazon: a way of encouraging developers to come to its platform, something Amazon has already been working on, and to spur more revenue generation. And according to TechCrunch, they're saying that a lot of talk in virtual currency of late has been around the potential for, if you remember, we did a story on Bitcoin and other new monetary instruments fueled by a network effect. But before Bitcoin became the buzz, there was already a number of virtual currency networks run by Facebook, Zynga, and many more, with the aim to spend the money on gaming and other apps on their platform. So we have to see how this Amazon coin system is going to work. I mean, according to the industry experts, they're saying that the Amazon coin is an extension of other social services that Amazon has added to its app platform. Specifically, Game Connect lets developers list virtual goods for sale on Amazon.com, a way of also marketing those games themselves. And Game Circle is a kind of social network that lets users measure their achievement in games against their friends and other players. So